I'm very honored to be here, to be in Denver, to be here tonight with this foundation and to receive this award. I was 30 years old when Matthew Shepard was killed. It had a profound impact on me, as I know it did for everybody in this room. But I can't imagine what it meant to the Shepard family. Their strength and all that they have done and continue to do, and I know will do, are an inspiration for all of us. So thank you so much, Dennis and Judy. I have watched you and admired you for years, and this is the first time I've been able to say thank you. So thank you very much for all that you do. The purpose, of course, of the Matthew Shepard Foundation is to replace hate with understanding. And I've long believed that the best way to do that is to be open about who you are to those around you, to do what you can to support those who are coming out, and to give a voice for those who do. I believe each of us coming out makes things better for all of us. I believe that coming out improves the lives of most of us who take this step. But I know it's not true for all. Some pay steep prices for living openly, and some pay the ultimate price. But it's as important today as ever in today's political climate for us to be visible. It makes a difference when people meet someone who's LGBTQ. We know that. It makes a difference for us to have a voice at the table. And society so clearly benefits when everyone can achieve his or her full potential, when we can harness all that we as a nation have to offer. I was in the Obama administration the entire 8 years, all of it at the Pentagon. We worked to systematically knock down artificial barriers to service, with the underlying premise that the only thing that should matter to join our military is your ability to do the job. We repealed Don't Ask, Don't Tell. We opened It took our president to do that. We opened all remaining positions to women. And we instituted a policy for open transgender service. And each time we did this, critics told us that we would undermine the force. And each time we did this, we showed them that they were wrong. And you and countless others were a part of this. Person after person coming out, standing up, and demanding to be counted. And in the military, showing that they could do the job just as well as anybody else. And in society, changing perceptions in a way that brought about massive generational change. The 18-year-olds we recruit today come out of a very different society than the 4-star generals who command them, because they've grown up with different exposure, different experiences, and have seen firsthand that things like gender identity, race, sexual orientation, and gender don't have to be barriers. I'm often asked for advice from young service members who are contemplating coming out. Yes, even after the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, some people don't feel comfortable coming out. I tell them there's a large group of people that we know support them, and they support us. But there's also a large group of people waiting for an opportunity to show that they too support us. I saw this numerous points in my career, particularly in how people would bend over backwards to make my partner feel welcome at military events, and using that also as an opportunity to show their support for me. And yes, there are people who are opposed to our fight, but many of them are open to change. And when they see us just living our lives, and realize that the sun sets and the next day it'll rise again, it changes their perceptions. There's still a small number who are strongly opposed to the advances that we've made. But I asked these service members why they'd base such a critical decision regarding their own lives on the potential worst-case scenario of this relatively small number of people. So we have come very far, but we're not done yet, which is why we need to support organizations like the Matthew Shepard Foundation. Because some of that small minority opposed to a change that we're fighting for, some of these people are in important positions in government today. You know who they are, and it goes all the way to the top. And they are coming after rights we fought hard to achieve. And in particular, they are coming after our trans brothers and sisters. And you saw just 2 days ago, 45, I don't even want to call him that, spoke at the Values Voter Forum in Washington, D.C., organized by the Family Research Council, the first president in the history of our country to speak at that forum. And he said he was going to stand up for our Constitution, which is great when you consider the Constitution is founded on equality. But you would have had to have read the Constitution to know that. He also said he was going to stand up for family values, which I found encouraging as well, because I look around this room, and can you tell me a better, stronger family than what's in this room right now? But that commander-in-chief looks at thousands of people in uniform, our trans brothers and sisters, who are serving and are patriotic, and says, as their commander-in-chief, responsible for their well-being, that they're not worthy of service. But let me let you in on a little secret, a not very well-kept secret. The president can't stop these changes from happening because they already have happened. In every case in the last 8 years where we extended opportunities in the military for service to those previously and unfairly denied them, we were actually just catching up with reality. Blacks fought for this country well before Truman integrated the military in 1947. Women have been fighting and bleeding and dying alongside men since the founding of this nation. And we know that gays have been a part of militaries since the beginning of time. And now trans. It's not a debate, as I said, about letting trans Americans serve in uniform. There are thousands serving today. They have been recruited, they have been trained, they are deployed around the world, many in harm's way. They are patriots, and we have spent tens and hundreds of millions of dollars to put them in these jobs. And they're doing us proud. Society is changing, and it's changing because brave people like Matthew Shepard, and more of them every day, are insisting that they have the right to live their lives openly and honestly. They are changing hearts and minds. They are replacing hate with understanding and making our country stronger as a result. Thank you for inviting me to be a part of celebrating that change tonight, to help honor the memory of Matthew Shepard and all the work that the Matthew Shepard Foundation does to help this country live up to the values upon which it was founded. Thank you.